Well, we do have Alan Keet. He is the Chief Executive of Grand Parade Investment, and he is on the line to explain more about the company's interest in Spur. Alan, thank you so much for making the time to talk to us. Maybe just remind us how this acquisition fits into the broader GPI strategy.
GPI, we've been saying for some time now, that GPI is ultimately an investment company. With all the deals we've been announcing recently, people have been asking us what we're going to be doing with our cash. And I think it's fair to say that food is going to take a significant part of our focus going forward.
Hi there, Drickus. It's Viv Govender here. You say investment company, but your holdings in Burger King is far more operational than just basically taking a stake in a company. How do you put those two concepts together?
You're spot on. Look, part of our philosophy, or our strategy rather, is that we will certainly incubate operational opportunities as they are brought to us. We've demonstrated that we can do that with our slots business, and we have a similar philosophy with Burger King. But I think ultimately we'd like to be a company known as investment holding company with significant stakes and strategic, meaningful stakes in several companies.
Alan, that does beg another question, which I touched on just before we got you on the line. It's David Williams here. Is that if you're a holding company rather than a hands-on operating company, you're not as in touch with the business perhaps as someone like Kevin Hedderwick in Famous Brands is. So you've got to make sure that you get to know the business, not being in the operational side of it. That also talks to the price that you've paid for it. So how do you shift the kind of culture of your company to become operationally savvy, if you like, in the fast food world?
Dave, I think we built up a very good team in Burger King. That was demonstrated to me again, or confirmed to me again this week in a meeting that I had with the exco there. So we've got a very clear strategy with Burger King, and we're not afraid to put money towards that strategy and investing in the correct people. Having said that, the executive around me and have demonstrated their expertise in getting the slots business off the ground some 14 years ago, and that mindset of being hands-on and in the face of the actual operational team is alive and well at GPI.
Alan, just the final question. What's next? We're seeing you divesting out of that slots business. Are you looking for a complete exit out of that particular business? And are you going to be going fully into the food and beverage market?
No, I wouldn't say we're going to exit completely. But having said that, and I've made the statement before, there's a time and a place for everything. And if the price is right, we'll look at acquiring or disposing of any asset. But clearly, Burger King has given us a lot of insight into the food industry. There's a lot of synergies around the recent announcement with Spur, and I'm sure there's more to come. So food and gaming is clearly where the company is going. But as an investment holding company, we were introduced to an opportunity as recently as yesterday. So we will consider anything that makes sense from an investment point of view.
Interesting stuff. Thanks to Alan Keet. He's the Chief Executive of Grand Parade Investment.